This is the NFL on EA Sports, and football has returned to America's finest city, San Diego, California.
I will sing the goodness of God.
The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd and 10. Ritter. This is caught by Tucker. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Just won't change.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Ritter back to throw. Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Ritter. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Ritter. Flushed out right. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Ritter to throw it. Short throw caught by Bowers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
Ritter will set up to throw it. He's got it. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Ritter going to sneak it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Ritter going to sneak it, trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. This time, Ritter choosing to throw it. And did it? Marquise Goodwin, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Raiders are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. It's the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
She in there with Janelle, I think.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a 1st carry here for their running back. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
Got a man. It's Robbie Chosen. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Robbie Chosen, 60 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. These two teams all tied after one. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ritter now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. Oh, he tries to force it in.
That's crazy that you threw that like that. He's wide open, bro. Just give it to him.
At their own 40-yard line. Before we came up to the booth,
why would you be that inaccurate?
As we were walking off the field,
that's crazy, bro. You ain't even under pressure.
Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Throws right side, and that's complete. Look at the big
I don't like that angle, bro. Like,
for a Charger touchdown.
that's a horrible angle, bro. Like,
a big play there.
No way you at safety and you take an angle like that.
And the Chargers have taken the lead.
You take an angle and light up and run underneath the route. That's insane to me.
And that makes the score 14-7.
I cannot wait till Madden fix that shit, bro.
Out, ready to send it away.
Like, if you hard flat, that is common sense, bro, that you have over top
to the 30-yard line
of the corner, bro. Like, y'all niggas do not play that shit at all.
Get this drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Ritter. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Back to throw now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
To the air again, it's Ritter. That's taken in by Palmer. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. That's again complete to Palmer. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down at a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And
sorry ass nigga.
Deep ball.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks in tennis end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 50 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Herbert. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield.
Can I not take control of him, bro, and pick the ball?
About when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. could potentially tie this game up. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Smart decision by Ridder, sliding down, and he's got the first. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On first down, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
To throw again on 2nd down, Ridder. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Just
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted all time. And this
That's
is what
crazy.
Football is
I
all
missed
about.
that.
It certainly is, and doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Herbert now. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, the turnover
Why, bro?
continues. Here's another interception. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick six. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Hey, bro.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Wow. Wow. Fucking wow, bro. Catch the ball.
Big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent
damn, bro.
That may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They snap it to Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Ladd McConkey, 30 yards. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they will take a 7-point lead. So
hey, sit down.
Here's Dicker
sit down.
To kick this one off. And
what you got in your mouth?
Forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
What you got? Get that out of your mouth. Take that to your mom. Take it to your mom. Get it out.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Looking to throw it here, Ritter. Oh,
this game garbage as fuck, bruh.
It's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket.
That's stupid, bruh. Make the throw, bruh.
But maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
Here's A.J.
God damn.
And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game.
But y'all giving up that bullshit across the middle, bruh, when I had a knockout. Like, damn, don't do that.
Here for Davis. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
He's dropping that bitch. That's crazy, bro. I'm throwing the same route, bro. With no love.
A great effort there. 61 yards. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14.
Then I saw the route, bro. My dude just sitting here jogging in place. Shuffling while I'm trying to run back there and guard the route. He's shuffling. Like, that shit was self-explanatory, bro. They were finna get that nigga an animation so he can score. Like, I can't even run back there and guard the route, bro. These niggas started the goddamn route off. Started off jogging, bro.
Effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Working from the gun, Ritter. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to the hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They're going for this. Here's Ritter. Well, this is
everybody right there in one spot. What kind of route combination was that? Somebody had to get jammed up.
He's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
That motherfucker had 3 people that settled and guarded all 3 routes.
That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's going to rifle.
How? How did you get beat just then?
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Yeah, it's all with. Now he getting all the goddamn animation.
2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter, and the Chargers continue to shoot.
Man, that man got smoked off the line, bro. That is. I wasn't even playing underneath, bro. How am I playing over top and you get dusted? You get dusted like that.
3 touchdowns at 21. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Let's get up out of here, bro. I'm done.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, having a partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air. Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
Ridder on the 4th down try. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Now it's Herbert. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind, with him running the team, that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The Ridder back to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Being chased out left. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. That's caught down the field by Palmer. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Back to throw, Ridder. to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Ritter. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This has obviously been
pretty
a bad
much,
loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders.
I ain't never seen a defensive end drop in coverage and block Bart Bowers all the way 15 yards down off his route. That man don't never get knocked off of that route.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands.
That man was in a purple zone, dropping out of
big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's Herbert. He's got the hook up downfield to McConkey. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keeps the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Open man, right side. That's McConkey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Nate Hobbs there to bring him down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it, escaping the pressure right. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
We'll meet again.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. Well, a Lombardi trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League, which became, of course, in most part, the American Football Conference. And he's the one who gave us the name Super Bowl.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Mm, 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 mm.